what's our plan? So no plan. Buck, I have a plan. Oh yeah? What is it? Read all the books. Hey everyone, and welcome to TBR Assemble for April. So hopefully by now you know exactly what TBR Assemble is. If not, I will leave a link up top to my original video where I explain it all. But essentially, TBR Assemble is all about defeating Thanos by collecting Avengers and reading books. So with that, let's just get right into the roll.
Today's avatar is still Bucky, so let's get into the first roll. That is a 6, so I'm gonna go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is Nebula. The dark is rising for 1 point.
So my first prompt was Nebula, which is to read The Dark is Rising. Now, I'm not talking about reading the entire series here, because this is actually a bind-up of the entire series, but what I'm talking about is just reading the first book, which is just this bit here, and the first book is called, if I can find it, Oversea Under Stone. I'm quite excited. I think I read the first one when I was a kid. Can't remember. I think I did, hence why it looks so battered. But I can't remember much. I remember loving the movie, and I'm pretty sure this has got something to do with Arthurian legend, because Tracy Deonn said it did in her acknowledgements for Legendborn, which I read earlier this year. But I can't remember much else. Quite frankly, can't remember a thing. But I'm very excited to give it a go.
Roll 2 is a 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Fanfiction. Roll 3 is another 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to pick... Oh, they're a bit clumped up today. There we go. Say, that's America's Ass for 2 points.
And my next prompt was America's Ass again, which just makes me happy. I love that line. And essentially, America's Ass is to read a fun book. And for that, I'm going for Skullduggery Read Pleasant, the Faceless Ones, because these books are always fun. They're always really funny. They really appeal to my sense of humour in so many ways. And I just love this series. Again, this is part 3 for the Dead Famous Read-Along, which we are reading for April. And I'm just so excited to continue the series and just see everybody's reactions again, because obviously I have read this book and I've read all the way up to book 9, but the rest of the group generally haven't, and I'm just very excited to just carry on reading this and just reliving my childhood essentially and just loving this series. So I can't wait, essentially. I cannot wait.
Roll number 4 is a 6, so pick this one, and it is Ironheart, POC main character or author for 3 points.
Ironheart was to read a author of colour or a main character of colour. So for that I'm going for Arushar and the Tree of Wishes, which is the third one in the Arushar series by Roshani Chokshi. And I'm very excited for this. I have loved the first 2 books in the series, and I just cannot wait to continue it and hopefully finish this in time to read the 4th and final one in May. So I should probably prioritise this one so I can read the final one in May, but I really don't want this series to end. But I am excited to go back into Aru's world again.
Roll number 5 is a 4, so 4. Okay. That is Doctor Strange, a disabled main character or author for 2 points.
Finally, I got to pull the Doctor Strange prompt, and that is to read a disabled author or a disabled main character. And for this, I'm going for Tone of Voice. Now, this one is all about Xandri. It's the 3rd book in the Xandri series. This is a sci-fi where the main character is autistic, and I can't remember much else. I don't really know what this one's about, and I don't really want to tell you anyway, because it is the 3rd book in the series, but I have loved the first 2 so much. They're some of my favourite sci-fi series, and I cannot wait to continue it. And I'm pretty sure this is just the final book. I'm pretty sure this isn't actually the final book. I think it's just the latest one in the series, and I'll be sad to not have another one on my wishlist or anything until the next one is out, but I am very excited to continue Xandri's story.
And the final roll is a 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is Daisy Johnson, an ebook for 1 point.
And then for Daisy, I have to read an ebook. Now, for an ebook, I'm going for Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow, and this is the group book for the Avengers Reading Challenge. And this one's about suffragettes and witches, and this is all I really know, but I am very excited to read it. And apart from that, I've also got one other book I want to read and several other comics, because of course there are comics as well on this list. The first book I've got to mention though is A Lance Away by Darcy Little Badger. Now, this one is actually coming available on my library because I put a hold in about a month ago, I think it was now, and it did become available to me in the middle of this month, but I just had no time to read it, so I put it off, and it should be coming back to me again on the 31st of March. So I do want to read this one as part of my April TBR, because obviously it is available to me through my library and I don't want to put it on hold again or anything in case I lose it. So I am very, very excited to read this one, and I'm just very excited to see what all the hype's about. I've then got all new, all different Captain America as well, which is by Rick Remender, and this one is where Sam Wilson is Captain America. So naturally it's on the list because Falcon and the Winter Soldier is airing right now, and obviously Sam is going to be picking up the shield at the end of the show, so naturally it's on the list so I can read about Sam being Captain America while watching him become Captain America. Tentatively, I've also got the Winter Soldier Complete Collection. At the moment I'm not sure about this one because this also has Black Widow in it, and Black Widow has now been pushed back to July, but I'll see how I feel. This may be on the list, it depends on timing and all the rest of it, but I'm tentatively putting it on here. What will definitely be read is the Captain America Winter Soldier Complete Collection, which is an entirely different collection to this one, and this is obviously focusing on Bucky as the Winter Soldier, and I do want to read this one because obviously the show's out and I'm just really enjoying it, and I am Bucky trash. And then I've got all of these Sam and Bucky comics as well, and I'm just going to be working my way through all of these over the course of the month because I have started a few of these, but obviously I haven't had time to read all of them in March, so I'm just waving my way through and just finishing them by the end of the month. The goal is to have them all done by the end of the month. And that is absolutely everything I want to read in April. Hopefully this is going to work out at about 151 pages a day, which is doable mainly, but at the same time I've also got to deal with Easter and Camp Nano, so who knows how this is going to go. But tentatively this is my TBR. I'm hoping I can do it. There's a lot of short books on here, so I should be fine, and I mean 151 pages a day isn't too bad, so fingers crossed for me. And that is absolutely everything for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've read any of these or if you're joining in with reading any of these books. I'd love to know. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!